Hi guys, hope you're doing good. In this video, we're going to learn about loop. Loop means iterating something again and again. Like other programming languages have loop, Go is also having loop. But when you consider C programming language, we have three types of loop, that is for, while and do while. Now when you consider Python, you will be having for and while. But as far as Go programming language is concerned, you have only for. But this for acts as while as well. Let me make you understand with some example. First, let me go for a normal for loop, right? For that, let me take the common things that we do it. That's package main, importing the FMT package and creating a main function, right? So let me try to explain you this for loop, a normal for loop with the help of an example. Let us find the sum of n numbers. To find the sum of n numbers, I have to get input for n. Let me say var n, it will be integer, and I'll say fmt dot scan, and I'll say get input for n. So to use for loop, in C you would have seen three basic components in for loop, that is initialization, conditional statement, and the post expression. The same way we also have three components in Go programming language as well, that is initialization. Let me initialize a value. So usually for initializing the iteratable value, right, we'll be using a shortened statement like I colon assign, right? This is a shortened declaration. So I'll say, let me say start from 1. I'll say I less than equal to 5, right? And then I plus plus, right? So now this is where you have your initialization, right? You're initializing the value, initial expression, and followed by the semicolon, and then the condition expression followed by the semicolon and followed by the post expression, right? Got it? So I'll repeat. We have three components, that is initialization, conditional expression, and post expression. So initial statement initializes the value that will happen only once, that's before the iteration, and the condition expression will happen or get evaluated before entering the loop or before iterating anything, right? So after the iteration, it will go and check for, it will go and execute the post expression, and then it goes so on till the end of the loop. So now if I want to add the sum of do the sum of all numbers, right? Let me say n here, I'm sorry. So I'll say I'll create a variable called as sum. Let it be initialized to 0, and here I say sum assign sum plus I, right? And then I'll come out of it, and then I'll say fmt dot print ln, and then I'll print the sum, right? So let us save this and execute this for you. Let me run this code for you. I'll say go run, then say go example. It'll ask for my n, so I'll give 10. So sum of 10 is 1 to 10 is 55, right? If it is sum of 100, that is 5050, right? So you're getting the sum of all the numbers, right? So you're doing the sum of numbers from 1 to n. So it starts from 1 and goes till n. Fine. So now what I can do is I can separate this initialization and the post expression separately. Yes, that is also possible. What I can do is that I can take the initialization out, right? And then I'll take the plus plus symbol out and put it here next to this. So you may ask whether this will work. Yes, this works. And you can see when I save it, automatically it removes a semicolon, right? Now this we call it as for as while in Go programming language, right? So we don't have the keyword while, that's all. Apart from that, how the while works, the same way your for will also work, but it works like a while statement, okay? So let me save this and run it for you. You'll get the same answer still. Got it? Yes. Now when I remove the initial statement and remove the post expression, put the post expression inside and put the initialization outside, that becomes your while like for. Got it? Okay, so this for can be used in any of these ways. It's up to you to decide, right? So whether you want to do it in the traditional way with three basic components in that, or you want to separate the three basic components, put the initialization outside, check the condition here, and do the post expression later. Yes, this is possible as well, right? So now I'm going to tell the usage of break and continue in loop. Let me go ahead and give a different example for that. Let me take this out. I'll say for, let me say I less than equal to n, and here I'll say I'm going to print all the values except 5. I'm going to print all the values except 5. So what I can do is that I can just check for it. I'll say if I equal to 5. So when my I is equal to 5, what I'm going to do, I'll say continue. So what this continue will do, when I say when my I reaches 5, it will continue to the loop, right? Doesn't do anything else. So let me use it as a for only, or else I have to give here and there. So it is better I'll go for a for, a normal basic for, not a while like for. I'll say I plus plus, and then here I'll say fmt dot print, and I'll say I. Done. Okay, so I'm going to print all the values from 1 through 10 except 5. That is what it means, right? So let me run this code for you. Before that, let me save it. I'll run the code for you. Oops. What it says? Okay, this is not required for me. I'll take this out. Let me clear the screen and run it for you. So when I say 10, every value will be printed in sequence. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 is missing. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. What happens here? It iterates through the loop from 1 to n, right, and prints all the values. When it reaches 5, it just continue back to the loop without printing anything. When I say continue, it means that ignore all the statements which are next to it or below to it and go to the loop. So continue will ignore the statements below and then continue to the loop and then does the work. That's the reason why when I say I is 5, it continues and prints 6, 7, 8, 9 like that. Okay, so 1 through 10 except 5. Okay, fine. Okay, so now let me tell you about an infinite loop. When I say for, and then I'll say, I'll first initialize my I here, let it be 1, and then I'll say I plus plus, right? So what I'm doing here is I'm iterating through the loop, right, and then incrementing my I value, but what I'm not doing is I'm not checking for any condition. So if I don't check for the condition, this will go on non-stop loop, right? It will be keep on going. The loop will never end, right? So let me clear the screen for you. Let us see what it prints. Right. So let me run this code for you. I'll say 5. I think it's not saved. So it will be keep on going. You can see that it is a never-ending loop. It will be keep on going. So I need to stop it abruptly, right? So I have to stop it abruptly or else it will be keep on going. But I can stop it at some point of time. How can I do it? So that is what I'm going to teach you, right? I'll say if my I is equal to 10, I'll say break. Now what will happen here? That is what I'm going to tell you, right? So this is an infinite loop. It starts at 1 and goes without any stop. But what happens whenever it prints the value and then it checks for the value whether my I reaches 10. So when my I reaches 10, I say break. When I say break, it means that break the loop and come out of it entirely. No more present inside the loop. Break and come out of it. Don't present inside the loop. That is what it means, right? So let me run this code for you. Before that, let me save it. I'll run this code for you. And I'll say, okay, it's asking for 10 because this 10 is not required. This n is not at all required for me. I forgot to comment it. Anyway, let me remove this. Okay, run it for you. So it stopped at 10. I didn't say anything. It just stopped at 10. Why? Because every time I increment my value and then when my I reaches 10, I'm just breaking and coming out. You're with me? Okay. So if I don't use this break, what will happen? I'll show you again. I'll save this. Let me clear the screen for you. Let me run the code. It's a never-ending loop, right? Because I never stopped it. It's keep on goes. It goes without any stop because I don't have anything to stop here, right? So we have seen different types of loop, different ways of using loop, right? Different types of loop in the sense, different ways of using loop, right? We don't have any different type of loop here like other programming languages have. We have only one type of loop, that is for loop, which can be used as your while and as well as a normal traditional for loop as well, right? Okay, so I'm done with this video, guys. If you have any doubts or queries, please comment in the comment section. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and do subscribe to my channel. Thank you very much.